All right, everyone come to your comfortable seat. We will start sitting in whichever way feels good for you. Let your hands rest in your lap. Let your spine get long. And then start to slow down your breath. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears. Feel your elbows get a little bit heavy, letting them pull down. Take another few deep breaths. And now let's reach our arms out to the side, inhaling, bringing them up overhead. Exhale, let them float slowly back down. Nice, everyone. Inhale, bring them up. And exhale, float down. One more. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, float them down. Bring your left hand only all the way up. Reach it up. Bend your left elbow, letting your left hand come towards your right ear. And now go ahead and bring the left ear towards the left shoulder, gently stretching the side of the neck. And walk your right fingertips out a little bit. Maybe feeling a little more sensation through the shoulder, through the forearm. And now go ahead and turn your chin towards your left shoulder. And then turn it back front. And turn. One more time, a little neck stretch here. And then release both hands back down to the floor. Roll your shoulders 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Reach your right arm up. Bend your right elbow, let your right hand come to your left ear, and then bend your right ear towards your right shoulder. Breathe here. Make sure you're still sitting up straight. Walk your left fingertips out a little bit. And breathe here. And now bring your chin towards your right shoulder. And then gaze back forward. And turn your head. And one more time. This time, reach both arms up overhead, and on your exhale, twist to the left. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Maybe take your left hand around to your lower back or towards your hip. Breathing here. Unwind your arms back up to the ceiling, and then exhale, twist to the other direction. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. If you want, bring your right hand to your left hip, deepening the twist. And then slowly unwind, reach your arms up to the ceiling, and let them float down. We're going to shift our weight onto our shins and see if you can sit your hips back on your heels, keeping your legs close to each other. For some of us, this might be really easy, and for some of us, this might be more of a challenge. See if you can lift yourself up, feeling a big stretch through your legs. Take another breath here. And then come back forward into your tabletop. Tuck your feet under. And now see if you can press back on onto your heels, noticing your toes stretching, the arches of your feet, pressing the mat away from you, feeling a big stretch through your feet. And then slowly walking yourself up, seeing if you can bring your torso upright, sitting back on those toes. Maybe you take your fingers and peel those little pinky toes. Maybe not. Take another breath here. Come back onto your tabletop position. Lining your knees up under your hips, your hands up under your shoulders. Point your fingers towards me. Think about rotating your upper arm bones towards the front of your mat. Drop your belly, big inhale. Exhale, round the spine, crown of the head to the floor. Inhale forward. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale forward. Exhale, round. Come back to your neutral spine. Reach your right leg back behind you. Rock back and forth over your toes a little bit. And now, if it's available, turn your left fingertips towards your left knee and rock back and forth. I'm gonna smile extra today because I had my teeth cleaned. And now turn your fingers back to the front of the mat. Take your right leg, slide it over to the left. See if you can really press your toes and the ball of your foot into the mat or the floor and feel a big stretch through your right hip. If this is okay, you can go ahead and look over your left shoulder. And breathe. Bring the right leg back behind you, return the right knee. Bump your hips side to side. And now extend the left leg back behind you, rock back and forth over the toes. Bring your right fingertips towards your right knee, adding in that forearm stretch. And turn the fingers back to the front. Bring your left foot over to the right. Really connect the ball of your foot with the floor, pressing into it, lengthening your leg, and then gaze over your right shoulder. Breathe here. And now bring that foot back, return it underneath. Extend your right leg out behind you. Flex your foot, toe pointing down, kneecap pointing down. Hold here. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lift up your left knee, lengthening your leg, coming into a lizard lunge. Breathe here. Lower your left knee down. Untuck your toes. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right thigh. Taking a little twist. Gently maybe opening that right leg a little bit. And now bring both hands back down to the mat. Point your toes a little bit more forward. Hug your knee into your shoulder. And breathe here. You may want to come up onto the fist of your right hand. No, I'm sorry, the fist of your left hand. Bend your left knee and then reach around with your right hand for your left foot. Oh, cramp. I hate it when that happens. If you don't need to be up on your fist, you definitely can bring that hand down. I find giving myself this little bit of extra, like if I had a block, I would be on a high height on a block here. And see if you can let your hips drop forward just a little bit more. Release that left leg. Lift up your left knee. Rock back and forth. Step your left foot up to your outside edge of your left hand and come into your squat. Sit here, maybe rock a little bit side to side. Bring your hands to the mat and slowly lift your hips up, coming into a forward fold. Breathe deeply. And now let your hips come all the way back down. Step your left knee back to tabletop. Step your right knee back to tabletop. Make your hips left and right. Reach your left leg back behind you at hip height, toes pointing down, foot flex, knee pointing down, nice. Think about creating space between your shoulder blades, gently pressing the mat away from you. And with that space, you can now step your left foot up to your left pinky finger. And rock a little bit here if that feels good. Curl your right toes under, lift your knee up, lengthen your leg. Find length, pull your heel back, and then lower your knee back down so it's a little further than where it was before. Bring your left hand to your left thigh. Maybe take a little bit of a twist here. Gently guide that thigh away from you. And now unwind. So, come onto the fist of the right hand, bend the right knee, and if you want, bring the left hand back to meet the foot. Breathe here. Let your hips sink. And then release the foot. Both hands on the mat. Lift your right knee off the mat. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Come back into your squat. Maybe gently sway side to side. Plant your hands, peel your hips up into a forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Gently rock your hips side to side, letting your backs of your legs start to stretch out. Now we're going to plant our hands and we're going to walk our feet back into a downward facing dog. Coming into a down dog. Arms are long, legs are long. Lift your heels up. So you're on the balls of your feet. Now bend your knees, bringing your ribs towards your thighs. Now point your hips closer to the ceiling and then re-straighten your legs. Coming deeper into your down dog. This time we're going to lift our heels up and we're going to roll forward one vertebra at a time, coming into our high plank. Lower both knees to the mat, hug your elbows in, lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes, lift your heart, baby cobra. Think about your elbows pulling back behind you, using your back muscles to lift your torso. Now draw your belly button into your spine as you lower your forehead down. Press up through tabletop, curling your toes, pressing your ribcage back to your thighs, and then peeling up into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward between your hands, coming into your low lunge. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes, reach your arms out and up. Pressing down with your left shin, feeling the front of your left leg activate as you square your hips to the front of the mat. Exhale your hands back down, curl your toes, step back to downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you, step your left foot all the way forward. Stay here in your low lunge. Lower your right knee down, lift your arms out and up. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Press down with your right thigh. Press down with the whole of your left foot. Take another breath, and then let your fingertips come down. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward, low lunge. Lower your left knee down, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, let your hips sink forward, taking a small arch in your back, gazing up at the ceiling if that's available for you. And then press back up. Drop those hips forward. Press back up. One more time, hips forward. And press back up. Now, reach up to the ceiling, and on your exhale, twist to the right. Reaching your left arm forward, your right arm back. Maybe you have the space to gaze at your right thumb. Cartwheel your hands down, left hand first, right arm up and over. Step back to downward facing dog. Moving your arms and your shoulder sockets, getting out some of those cobwebs that might have settled in there. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward, low lunge. Lower your right knee down, reach your arms out and up. Find something right in front of you that you can focus on. Let your shoulders relax, square your hips. On your exhale, float your hips forward, maybe gaze up at the ceiling. Press back up. Drop your hips forward. One side might feel tighter than the other. That's pretty normal. Come back up. One more time. And lift back up. Reach your fingers up a little bit more, and then exhale, twist to the left. Feel like you're holding a giant broomstick, long pole. Try to keep your arms extending from the sides of your body, not out in front of you. Even if that means they're not completely twisted, that's okay. Gaze at your left thumb. Bring your right hand down, reach your left arm up and over. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here, feel your arms lengthen, reach your hips up behind you, let your heels get heavy. And now float the right leg up behind you, step your right leg all the way forward, low lunge. Lower the left knee down, reach your arms out and up. Breathe here. Drop your hips forward, gaze up at the ceiling. We're gonna exhale back into our half split, bringing our fingertips down, reaching our right toes up towards the ceiling. And then roll forward. I like to reach my arms out forward to come all the way back up. And then exhale, reach forward to shift all the way back. We'll do that again. So shift forward, reach forward, out and up. And then exhale, reach back. Plant your right foot down, lift your left knee, step back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your left foot up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Low lunge. Lower your right knee down. Reach your arms out and up. Exhale, let your hips shift forward. Gaze up at the ceiling if that's available. And now on your exhale, reach forward, shift your hips back. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, shift your hips back. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, shift back. Last time, reach up. Exhale your hands down. Step back into your downward facing dog. Gaze forward at your hands and slowly walk your feet up to the front of your mat. Let your knees soften, let your torso connect with your thighs, let your head hang heavy. Reach for opposite elbows and then gently sway side to side. Release your elbows and roll up one vertebra at a time. Pressing down with your feet, drawing your belly button in, rolling up nice and slow. Coming all the way up to stand, palms open, standing nice and tall. Gently rock your weight forward onto your toes, rock your weight back, and then rock right to left. So you want to find that spot where your feet are centered, where you feel nice, strong, balanced. Once you're there, let your arms relax. Shift your weight into your right foot. Grab your chair, your wall, whatever you need to help your balance. So shift your weight into your right foot. Peel your left heel up. Float your left leg up. Flex your left toes. Find your balance. Now, open that left knee out to the side. From here, place your left foot on your right leg. So either below your knee, on your ankle, or above your knee, but just not on your knee. Now I want you to think about drawing your belly button in and up, lengthening your tailbone. Your hands can be on your hips, heart center, wherever you feel that you have an edge of control. If you have complete control, challenge yourself to something new. Maybe you reach one or both arms up overhead. Bring your focus to that foot that is on the ground. Think about the big toe, the pinky toe, and the heel. Now think about your leg and press your standing leg into your left foot. Press your left foot into your standing leg. Bring your hands back to heart center. Bring your knee to face me, keeping that foot flexed. Extend the leg out in front of you. We're mixing it up today, I think. We're gonna bend that leg and place it over our right knee front. Coming into figure four chair. So I've started teaching up at the Harlem Yoga Studio on Fridays at 10 o'clock. Another group of real people. A little bit lower. And now we're going to stand up. We're going to reach our leg out in front of us and then bring it down. So feel bad because here we don't have blocks, and I think blocks are a big part of working on some of these balancing poses and having them to do some things. So. All right. Come back to that position where you have both feet under your legs. Your hips are in line with your knees, your shoulders are in line with your hips. You're feeling good, you're feeling strong. Now you're going to slowly shift your weight into your left leg and pick the right heel up off the floor. Slowly start to float that right leg up. Flex the right foot. Open the right knee out to the side. And as you find your balance here, then think about connecting the right foot to the left leg. The reminder, not on the knee. Bringing your hands to your waist or heart center. And now think about drawing your belly button in, lifting it up, lengthening your tailbone. Thinking about your hips being even, right to left, and your left hip being over your left ankle. Make your left leg strong and sturdy. Think about lifting the left thigh up away from the kneecap. Maybe you can float your arms up above you. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Bring your hands back to heart center. Point your knee towards me. Extend the leg out in front. And now bend that right knee, coming into figure four, sitting down into your figure four chair. Shifting the weight back into your left heel, trying to keep your spine long. Seeing if it's just a hair deeper. Slowly release, extend the leg out, and come into sort of shake it off position. Balancing is good for our brains and our bodies. So it really helps with our cognizant ability to be able to focus on strengthening one side of your body at a time. We're done with it. You may return your chair, your wall, whatever you have. All right, come to the front of your mat. Let's do some salutations. Stand up tall. Give yourself a smile. You're doing so well. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, soft knees. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, step back with your right foot. Step back with your left foot into your plank pose. Breath here. Lower both knees down, hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Bring your forehead back down to the ground. Lift yourself up into tabletop. Curl your toes under, back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then lift the right leg up, step the right foot forward. Step the left foot forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, soft fold. Inhale, arms out and up overhead. And then exhale, fold right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back. Step your right leg back, plank pose. Breathe here. Lower your knees. Hug your elbows in. Lower chest and chin. Untuck your toes. Lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Press into tabletop. Curl your toes under. Downward facing dog and breathe. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Step your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale your hands down by your side. Take a breath. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Step your right leg back. Step your left leg back, plank pose. Lower your knees. Hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra, lifting up your back. Exhale, forehead down. Press into tabletop. Curl your toes, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. Step your left foot all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And then exhale, fold right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back with your left leg. Step back with your right leg. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Press up to tabletop, curl your toes, downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soft fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms down by your side. We'll do one more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg back. Step your left leg back. Hold. So knees, chest, chin, or if you want to try chaturanga, lower halfway down. Untuck your toes, coming into upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop or to downward facing dog. Breathe here. So it's very important as you start to progress your practice that you're really using your core strength to lift yourself up. If you're progressing, that made no sense. Float your right leg up, step your right foot forward, step your left foot forward, inhale, flat back, exhale, fold forward, inhale, arms overhead, exhale, fold right back down again. I don't want you using shoulder strength is what I'm trying to say. Flat back, fold forward, step back with the left leg, step back with the right leg, hold your plank. So you can lower down, which is a lot easier than the pressing back up. So you can always maybe lower down and then drop your knees to press back up. Come into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. It's a practice, it's a progression. But you also need to protect yourself from injury. Float your left leg up behind you, step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And exhale your arms down by your side. Take a breath. All right, let's build our flow. Standing tall. Palms face forward. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, refold forward. Plant your hands, step your right leg back, step your left leg back. You are in your plank. So vinyasa your way, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, 72 push-ups, skip it all together, go to child's pose, completely up to you. And then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here, feel your spine get nice and long. Float your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee into your chest as you come forward to plank. Hover here. And now step the left foot up between your hands. Lower your right foot down, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your arms forward and up, coming into Warrior One. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Make any adjustments to your feet. You want your front foot dissecting the center line of your back foot. And now we're gonna reach forward and hinge into a power lunge, holding our cape up behind us. And then reach back up into Warrior One. Hinge forward, long line from the crown of your head to the back of your right foot. Reach your arms back up. Last one, hinge forward. And reach your arms up. Warrior One. Breathe. Open into Warrior Two. Adjust your feet if you need to. It's okay. See if you can sit a little bit deeper, making sure your left knee is over your left ankle. Reaching your arms straight out, gaze at your left fingertips. Draw your belly button in, press into the outer edge of your right foot. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Breathe here. Come all the way through Warrior Two into side angle, reaching your right arm up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Right arm straight up. And back to Warrior Two. Straighten your front leg. Take a little break there. Rebend your front leg. Take your right arm and rotate yourself into high lunge. So all your toes are pointing to the front of your mat. Your right heel is up. Arms are up by your ears. Straighten the front leg and rebend. Straighten the front leg. Rebend. One more. And bend. And now float your hands down. Plant your right hand, twist to the left. Bring your left hand down, step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin. Chaturanga, baby cobra, upward facing dog, downward facing dog is where we'll all meet. Breathe here. Float the right leg up behind you. Step the right foot all the way forward. Drop your left heel down. Reach your arms forward and up, coming into Warrior One, adjusting your feet, checking in with them. Breathe here. Reach forward and then let your arms come back behind you. And then reach forward, lift your torso back up. Hinge forward, arms back. Reach your torso up. One more. And reach the torso up. Breathe here. Open into Warrior Two. Adjust your feet if you need to. Get deeper into this Warrior Two. Make sure your right knee is in line with your right big toe. Arms at shoulder height. Bring your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Breathe. Stretching that right arm up. And back through Warrior Two as you make your way into side angle, left arm up to the ceiling. Shoulders in line, turning your torso, sitting your right hip a little bit deeper. And back to Warrior Two. Straighten the front leg. Rebend the front leg. Take the left hand and rotate yourself to the front of your mat, coming into high lunge. Straighten your front leg. Rebend into high lunge. Straighten your front leg and rebend. One more and rebend. Let your fingertips come down. Plant your left hand, twist up to the right. Bring your right hand down, step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Chaturanga. Baby cobra, upward facing dog. Some combination version of all of that. And meet me in downward facing dog. Spread your fingers in this down dog. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Pause here. Drop your right heel down. Reach your arms forward and up, coming into your warrior one. Reach your arms out into a T and then bring them behind you, interlacing your fingers, right thumb on top. Let your knuckles crawl down the back of your right leg as you open your heart up to the ceiling, coming into this back bend. Think about pulling your right hip forward, squaring your hips to the front of your mat. And now slowly start to hinge yourself forward, bringing your left shoulder towards your left knee, reaching your knuckles up to the ceiling, coming into a devotional warrior. Breathe here. Lift your torso back up. Release your fingers. Come back into warrior one. Open into warrior two. Breathe here. Adjust your feet if you need to. And then turn your left palm up, peaceful warrior. Flow through to side angle. And back to peaceful. And back to side angle. And back to peaceful. And this time we'll come to side angle. We'll stay here. Maybe you reach your right arm towards me. Drop your left hip a little bit deeper. Maybe you bring your left hand to the floor or coming into a bind or a half bind. Exploring how open you feel here. One more breath. Slowly unwind, straighten your front leg. So we're gonna turn our hips towards the front of the mat, and we're gonna hop our back leg in a little bit. So this is coming into pyramid pose. So you're gonna reach your arms forward. And then when you feel like you are where you're gonna be, you can bring your hands down to the floor or to your shin. And you wanna keep a long back, pulling your right hip forward, your left hip back. Take another breath here. And then on your exhale, round forward, letting the crown of your head come down to the floor. Nice, everyone. Now bend your front knee, plant both hands, slide your right foot all the way back. And twist up to the left. Reach your left arm back behind you towards the back of your mat. One more breath here. And then cartwheel the left hand down, step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, baby cobra, upward facing dog. Meeting me in downward facing dog. Put the right leg up behind you. Draw the right knee in. And then step the right foot up between your hands. Lower the left foot down. Reach your arms forward and up, coming into warrior one. Adjusting your feet if you need to. Gaze up at the ceiling and then exhale your arms behind your back. Interlace your fingers, left thumb on top. Let your knuckles reach down your back leg. And then exhale, shift forward. gaze forward. Letting your right elbow come to your right knee and the crown of your head come to the floor. Pull your knuckles up to the ceiling. And breathe. And slowly lift yourself back up. Release your knuckles, come back into warrior one. Pause here. Open into warrior two, adjusting your feet if you need to. Gazing out over your fingertips. Bring your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. And then slowly come all the way through to side angle. And then flow back to peaceful. And back to side angle. And to peaceful. And to side angle. Resting here. Sit your right hip a little bit deeper. Maybe you bring your right hand down to the ground. Maybe you bring your left hand into a half bind or a full bind. Using your forearm to open your hip. Breathe here. Accepting the discomfort. And then slowly unwind back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. We're gonna turn our hips to the front of the mat and scoot our back leg in a little bit, coming into pyramid. So hips face forward, arms up, and then reach forward, keeping your flat back. Coming forward as much as you can. You can bring your hands down to your shin or the ground, but try and hold on to that long spine. One more breath, and then on your exhale, go ahead and round your spine, bringing your nose closer to your knees. Everyone looks good. You all made nice adjustments. Breathing here. And now bend your front knee, slide your left foot back, plant your left hand, peel up with your right arm. And then reach your right arm back behind you. Long arm, gazing at your right thumb, if that's available. And now cartwheel the right hand back to the outside of your right foot. Step back to plank. Knees, chest, chin. Chaturanga. Your version. Letting your heels get heavy, letting your hips reach up high. Put your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee, open your hip this time. From here, step your foot all the way forward in between your hands. Drop your back foot, reach your arms out and up, warrior one. Open into warrior two. Bring your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come into side angle. And then back to peaceful warrior. And then from here, we're gonna cartwheel all the way down into our low lunge. Drop our right knee down. Reach our left arm up. Reach our left arm back. And if you want, bend your right knee and look for your left toes. Breathe here. And release. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Chaturanga. My mat is just scooting around. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Float your right leg up behind you. Open your hip this time. From this open position, step your right foot all the way forward into your low lunge. Drop your left heel down, reach your arms out and up, warrior one. Open into warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come all the way through to side angle. Back to peaceful. Hold here. And now cartwheel all the way down, low lunge. Drop your left heel to the floor. Plant your left hand, peel up with your right arm. Bring your right arm back behind you. And if you want, explore connecting your left toes and your right hand. Let your hips sink forward a little bit more. Finding a big stretch through your left hamstring. Make sure you're not rolling to the outer edge of your right foot. One more breath. And then slowly release. Step back to plank. Take your last vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Chaturanga. Baby cobra. Upward facing dog. Downward facing. And breathe. Drop your knees, coming into tabletop, cross your ankles, roll into a seated position. Plant both feet on the mat, reach your arms forward, and we're gonna roll back nice and slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Line your feet up so your knees are pointing to the ceiling and your heels are in line with your hips. Lift your right leg up to the ceiling. Hold on to the back of your right calf and gently bend your arms. Maybe your leg is a little bent, letting your leg stretch towards your face. And now bend your right knee and place your right ankle on your left knee. Gently press your right thigh away from you and notice if your left hip started to come up off the mat, and see if you can re-engage both hips to the mat and still press that right thigh away from you. Float your left shin so it's parallel with the floor. And now reach in between your legs, interlace your fingers behind your left thigh, and draw your left leg towards you, coming into a reclined figure four stretch. Keeping your feet flexed, using your right elbow to still press your right thigh away from you. Breathing here. Now maybe you like to rock side to side in this. Maybe you want to extend your left leg and pull it in and deepen the right hip stretch. There's lots of options and variations. Please explore what feels right for you. I like to make these like tiny little circles. And now slowly bring your left foot back down to the mat. Extend your right leg to the ceiling and then extend that long right leg down to the floor. Re-hug the left knee into your chest, and then bring it across your body for a recline. Reaching your left arm out, gazing over at your left fingertips. Maybe you wiggle and fan your fingers a little bit. Roll back onto your back. Place both feet on the floor, coming back to that starting position. Maybe you need to make an adjustment to realign your spine, realign your head. And now extend the left foot up to the ceiling. Hold on to the back of the left leg. Draw the left leg closer to your face. It can be slightly bent. And now flex the left foot and slowly bend the left knee, bringing your left ankle to your right knee. Gently press the left thigh away from you, keeping your hips even on the mat. Float your right shin up. Reach behind your right leg and draw the right thigh towards you. And breathe. Let your shoulders relax. Now gently rock a little bit side to side. Maybe make some small circles in the other direction. And maybe you like to straighten the right leg. Maybe you like a deeper rock. I told you all small circles, but that was totally what I like to do. Obviously, you don't have to only do that. And now bring the right foot back to the floor. Extend the left leg up to the ceiling and let that long left leg float slowly all the way down to the floor. Re-hug the right knee into your chest. Bring it over to the left. Extend the right arm out. And breathe here. And roll back onto your back. Hug both of your knees into your chest. Take any happy baby, hip circles, bridge, I don't know, whatever else you might want to do. Use this time to make your body happy. Moving around. And when you're ready, make your way into your Shavasana. I will come around with some lavender oil to perform a Shavasana adjustment. That is not something you desire tonight. You can place one hand on your stomach. And otherwise, just chill out and relax. Let your breath slow down. next exhale, draw your knees and elbows into the center of your body, rolling onto one side. When you're ready, slowly press yourself back up into a comfortable seat. Trying to keep your eyes closed and softly focused. Not ready to come out of this bubble of relaxation yet. Then place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel your breath. Feel your heartbeat. Thank your life force for moving around inside of you and keeping you going. Thank yourself for coming to practice tonight. And I thank you all for showing up and letting me lead you through your practice.